You're a loser. Losers do a little bit of work and rest. Winners work as hard as possible and worry they're not working hard enough. Which is why the winners are winners and the losers are losers. You're avoiding pain. If you're sitting there saying, oh, but I tried my best and I still didn't get it, you're lying. You didn't try your best. That is a fucking lie. If I've made a mistake in the past, it was the best thing I believe. At the time, I thought it was the best thing to do. If you did what you believed was best at the time, then what are you mad for? Every mistake I made in my life, at the time I thought I was doing the right thing. So I'm not gonna be mad at past me. And every single bad thing that's happened to me, every single piece of trauma that's happened in my life has led me here. So if you're happy with where you are currently, then you have to be happy for every bad thing that's ever happened to you. Genuinely, right? If you look at your life now and go, I'm quite happy with where I am, then you have to be happy with every single shit day you've had, because you wouldn't end up here any other way. You know, I wouldn't have grown as a man if my father didn't die. You learn a lot about yourself as a man when your father dies. So, of course I wish my father was alive, right? But if I'm happy with my life now and where it is, you have to accept every shitty day and every single lesson.
I think we're here to struggle and to learn. I don't think we're here to be happy. That's why when we keep going back to the happy argument, I've always found that kind of frustrating and annoying. When someone goes, oh, but I want to be happy. Why?
I believe happiness is the importance, is the purpose of life for our man. I believe happiness is what children should strive for, and I believe women should aim to be happy. I believe happiness is for women and children. I believe men should have a sense of purpose. I believe you should live for something. If you live for happiness, then you're hedonistic. You go to festivals, you do drugs, you drink alcohol, you're an idiot. Living for happiness as a man makes you an idiot, 99% of the time. If you live for happiness as a woman, you probably want to have a good relationship with your spouse, and you want to be giddy, and you want to laugh and joke and raise your children and make pretty things, and it's pretty good. But male happiness is just being an idiot. I think you need a sense of purpose as a man. I think you need to have something to live and to die for. If you feel purposeful, you'll never feel sad. You may be stressed, busy, you'll never feel sad. And I think your purpose can make you happy, but I don't think men should be chasing happiness, they should be chasing purpose.
Well, this is the thing. No, people aren't very often afraid of fighting. They're afraid of losing. So if you train to fight, it's not the art of fighting or the act of fighting that scares us, it's the thought of losing. I think a lot of it, for especially the high level guys, the skill is teaching yourself to not think about losing. If you think about losing, no matter who you are, you're gonna start to feel nervous because you think about, I'm gonna look like a dickhead, this guy's gonna make fun of me, everyone's gonna see me get knocked out, everything I said in the press conferences are gonna make memes at me and make fun of me, I'm never gonna get it, everyone's gonna laugh at me, my girl ain't gonna look at me the same when she sees me asleep. If you start thinking about it, it goes through your head, so you have to master the art of just forgetting the fact that there's a negative possibility.
You could be a someone! And you still couldn't be motivated. Extra years of consciousness for the people who birthed you is somehow not as important as jerking off on Pornhub, it seems, to fucking scumbag losers like you. And you wonder why I end up in a position where I think, do poor people even ever deserve to win? All you had to do is work these last few years. Could be a millionaire, could retire. You could save your mother from being coarsened in the labor market. You could prolong the life of your loved ones with medical care. You could literally keep your parents alive longer, and you still didn't.